Namaste, loves. Welcome to Urban Oracle. I'm Niene Puliano. I'm the creatrix and owner of Urban Oracle, and I want to talk to you today about this idea of mentorship, and how that differs from getting your spiritual knowledge from books. So I just said the word knowledge. So books are a wonderful thing. It's great to expose yourself to lots of different things to find out what it is you really identify with and what's resonating for you and what interests you and excites you. That's important when it comes to your spiritual path. That being said, books provide knowledge only. And though there's lots of exercises presented in spiritual books, how often is it that we're actually putting that knowledge into action? Ergo, transforming knowledge into wisdom by putting that knowledge into action. So it's this idea of these exercises that are in books, like how often do we not only try the exercise, which a lot of us do, okay, but how often do we not only try the exercise, but then continue to repeat the exercise over and over and over again, challenging ourselves in new ways to deepen that relationship and deepen that connection and further earn relationship with our understanding, with opening our awareness even more within just that one particular practice. How often do we do that? Not very often. Instead, we feel this need to know all the things. Like if I'm going to say that I'm a witch or a Hindu or a yogini, or a shaman or a shamana, that I gotta know all the things. I gotta have all the right tools, and I gotta know how to do this and this and this and this. And as lovely of an intention as that is, it's not very true when it comes to your personal authenticity, okay? So when it comes to having a spiritual mentor, the benefit of having a mentor and why it's so important for those who are genuinely interested in deepening their connection within themselves and with relationship to all things. Animism, Mother Nature, working with all creation, working with the elements, how to live in harmonious connection and relationship with others, yourself, and all things. Mentors truly benefit you because they are there to be a sounding board for you. They are there to challenge you. They are there to make sure and hold you accountable that you are doing the work, and that they're asking you the right questions to further help you find your own answers into deepening your understanding of the work that you are doing and the things that you are learning. They're there to tell you when you are getting in your own way. They're there to be that little bit of agitation to help you learn even more and to peel back even more layers and to overcome even more obstacles. And that type of connection and relationship and that type of wisdom that can be gleaned is just something that books, sadly, they're not able to provide. I think that has a lot to do with how social of a species we are. We need that connection and interaction, and it's through that connection and interaction that allows us to learn on much deeper levels. Differences in perspective add so much richness into how we learn. Learning through story, the story and the telling, or the remembrance, sharing in the remembrance of another's experience of the journey they went through, is a wonderful way for people to learn and relate and turn inward in relation to their own experience and to their own journey. So I cannot stress enough the importance of actually having a mentor. Now, yes, there are folks out there who approach charming. There are folks out there who approach their particular path as a hobby. And I'm not addressing those folks. That's okay. If that's the level that you desire to participate with something, is just on a hobby level, you're doing it for the sake of having fun, power to you. I'm actually not addressing those particular people. I'm addressing those who are very committed to their spiritual path, and they want to have deep understanding. They want to have confidence and sure-footedness in their approach and their ability to exercise the tasks at hand, and they do want to continue to further earn relationship within themselves, with others, and with all things. If you are of that mindset, then it's really important for you to find a mentor. Mentorship is not a one-time thing. It's not a one mentor fits all your needs. Likely you will outgrow your mentor at some point and find a different one who specializes in something else that's really important to you. So you won't just have one mentor in your lifetime. It's not very likely that that will be the case, but there are mentors who can guide you for several years of your journey before you need to seek someone else. So please invest in yourself. For those of you who are interested in going deeper, it doesn't have to be with me. Just get a mentor. It's really important. That being said, to speak real briefly as to what type of mentoring I do and who typically finds their way to me, interestingly enough, the ones who end up finding me are those who are coming from a very traumatic or authenticity dampening spiritual background, whether that is from an extreme religious church or group, or a very patriarchal religion, things like that, or even people who are just stepping on their spiritual path for the very first time, but they're coming out of a traumatic relationship where this idea of brainwashing happens, where they lost their voice, they lost their confidence, they're very unsure, they're very skeptical. Trust is a really big issue for those individuals. And I find myself very well equipped to answering all those little traumas and triggers that will bubble up while embarking on their individual spiritual paths. I am definitely a mentor who I never teach somebody how to have my practice. I don't prescribe to that whatsoever. I'm not about teaching you how to have my practice. My practice is my own. I'm here to equip you and help you discover what your practice is, help you unearth your authentic practice, and then support you in how to deepen and further connect and further earn relationship with the practice that is individually yours. Now, because of this, the students that I have come from all different lineages and backgrounds. Some of them are Druids, some of them are Buddhists, some are shamans, some are pagans, some are eclectic witches like myself. We all have very different practices. However, how I teach them to relate to themselves, relate to others, and how to deepen and further earn relationship with the elements, Mother Earth, and all her creatures and beings. Those are cicadas, actually, not cars, cicadas. It's something that can be reframed and tweaked and modified to fit anyone's individual practice that very well coincides with their particular lineage and allows them to go deeper within their own belief system. So I fully welcome and embrace all lineages, all beliefs, as long as those folks are accepting of mine. I'm relating to you as an eclectic witch, but my background is in Taoism and Buddhism and shamanism and Ayurveda and yogic philosophies. I have a very eclectic spread, but I learn from the perspective of how can I share this with others, and I'm learning also from the perspective of how does this language match the language of all these other lineages that I am aware of or have practiced or have studied or have been mentored through myself. And the thread that I follow in my particular path, which makes me an effective mentor, is that I'm following a path of how they all connect, how all the language that they are sharing. Okay, and because of that, it does allow me to effectively work with people from various different belief systems, different learning styles, and different approaches to their particular spirituality. So that's it. That's what I'm going to share about that for today. So I hope that you heed my advice, and whether it's with me or with somebody else, I highly, highly, highly encourage you to seek a mentor, to take a training program, to deepen a relationship with a particular teacher that really calls and speaks to you, so that they can take you to places within your own self and within your own life that's on such a deeper and more connected level than you can ever achieve through reading. So books are a beautiful, wonderful thing. There are friends, there are lovely tools. It's a great way to get things going. But from there, a mentor is really needed and necessary to take you to a much deeper place within your own life. So seek guidance, seek counsel. Our learning doesn't stop the moment we turn 18 and we go off to college and leave our parents' house. That, mentors aren't parents, but they are there to educate and to guide and to help in ways like a parent does. All the things that a parent can provide that you couldn't find or fend for yourself or find on your own when you're younger, mentors do provide you with tools and equip you for the world in ways that books just can't show you. So, namaste, beauties. I look forward to talking to you soon, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and go find a mentor. Okay, bye.